it's Sunday today, and today I'm going to try something that I've been meaning to try for absolutely ages and haven't, but I am today. Can you guess what it is yet? I'm going to go and harvest some stinging nettles and I'm going to include them in tonight's dinner, and I'm not sure yet what tonight's dinner is going to be. I've persuaded my daughter Izzy to come along and be camera woman, but I could not persuade her to harvest nettles even in rubber gloves. So anyway, yeah, this could be interesting. We have now left the house and we are off in pursuit of stinging nettles. Izzy has spied some stinging nettles in an alleyway. I'm scared already. They look really savage, don't they? Dun 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 dun. This is my harvesting bag. My last one actually. I'm going to need to get some more. I can see this is going to be a problem in the wind. I know, I'll tie it on here. Now, I very hastily watched a YouTube video before I came out on how to actually pick these things, and I was literally scrubbing through the time thingy and just reached the part, so I didn't watch the whole thing. But she said go for the top 3 pairs, and she did it with her bare hands, but I'm a wimp, so I'm going to use these. It's gone windy. Okay, oh, I'm scared, it's going to go on my wrist.
Go!
Oh.
Go!
I go for the top ones because I'm hoping that...
Oh my god, you need me to do it?
Yeah, please. That would be ideal. Oh, okay,
is that all you need to do?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're such a wimp.
I'm going to go for that one next. Okay. Oh, it's covered in green fly. Right. It just feels so wrong. I got stung so much as a child. Alright, that's number 2 done. I just compose myself. I'm going for that one. My hands are literally shaking because.
Oh, do you want me to do it? Because you're taking for freaking ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need to get back.
Right, let's swap.
I have plans.
I'm scared to touch the gloves in case they've got sting on them. Deal. Isabel's taken over. I got a bit nervous. It was fine though. I couldn't feel anything through the glove.
This one?
Right, here she goes.
I just accidentally killed a bug by squishing it with my arms. You didn't flick it off, it's still there.
My goodness, she's just taken over. She's taking charge.
Yeah, because you're taking so long and I have plans.
Izzy's got a Zoom class. Speaking of zooming, you're zooming through these. She's just working her way along.
Yeah, because you took so long.
I had a lot of stings as a child, I can tell you.
Yeah.
I spent a lot more time playing outdoors. Back in the 80s. Oh, I just touched one. It didn't sting me though. So how are you feeling about this experience, Isabel?
I don't see why it's anything any special.
Oh, you won't be saying that later when you're eating delicious stinging nettles.
I'm not looking forward to eating them.
You'll be fine. I need to watch more YouTube videos on how to actually cook them first. Might just do soup, but we haven't got any bread, so we'll have to have them with crumpets.
Well, I like crumpets, so...
Shall I do nettle soup with crumpets then?
Yeah.
Oh, she's just tearing through them. If anyone wants to employ Isabel to do stinging nettle harvesting for them, she's your woman. What would you charge per hour?
I don't know.
Or would you sell
Quite
them?
a lot, because it's very repetitive.
Unfortunately, repetitive work tends to go at a lower hourly rate, which is not fair, really, is it?
Boring.
How are we doing? Oh no, I reckon we want twice as much.
Okay.
Should we go find another area with stingies?
Look more.
Oh. Try not to pick the ones we've already picked. Oh no, she's on it. Watch your arms with the other ones.
I've already got my
I think
legs
you're
stuck.
going a bit wild there. Only top 3 or 4. Watch out for where dogs have weed. Yeah, don't get the really low ones.
I'm not getting the really low ones.
Well, you just did. You put it in the bag.
Yeah, that was only there.
Was it?
It's not reached over there.
Oh, I don't know. As you know, my daughter's more assertive than me, even with stinging nettles.
Yeah, because you were like...
I was. I know, I surprised myself with how wimpy I was.
I think that you were deliberately doing it to annoy me because I have plans.
Oh, you're so brave. Have you ever been stung by a stinging nettle in your life?
Yes. It's not fun.
I remember my cousin, we were playing as kids and he ended up falling over backwards, bare-topped, off a log into a bush of stingies. Got all over his chest and everything.
Owie.
I know. How many have we got now?
A lot.
That's a lot. I reckon we got enough.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Well, I'm going to come home too.
Thanks to rush home.
Oh, she's running off ahead. Thanks, Izzy. Bye. Okay, we got that much. Doesn't look that impressive, does it? But it's a start. So I apologise for being such a big baby when it came to picking the stingies. I have to admit I surprised myself with what a big wuss I was. It was just an automatic response. It's like the brain thought I was going to get stung. I suppose it's like if you've got a fear of heights and you're walking over a Perspex bridge and you can see the river, you know, 50 metres below or something. It's like the brain tells you, danger, danger, danger. And that's what my brain was doing. It was like saying, you're going to get stung, you're going to get stung. Anyway, it was obviously completely fine, as demonstrated by Isabel. I have no idea how I'm supposed to prepare these other than wash them and boil them, but I'm going to do a bit of research online before I cook dinner this evening. Some time has elapsed. I've watched a couple of videos on how to cook stinging nettles, and one thing I've learned is once they've gone to seed, that's a bit late for picking them, and these have most definitely gone to seed. Also, it was saying over a certain height the plant isn't as good and that it won't be as nice and delicious. I think we should have picked them earlier in the year and also gone for like bigger leaves, because these are all scrawny, aren't they, now they've gone to seed. But anyway, lesson learnt. I'm going to work with what I've got for now, and we might revisit this next year. In both the videos I watched, they only cooked the leaves, but apparently you can eat the stem as well, but they're a bit tough, and these will definitely be tougher than if the plant hadn't gone to seed. So I'm going to snip off the leaves and put the leaves in the bowl, and I'm going to put the stems on the newspaper and then wrap them up and put them in the compost later. I'm going to get gloved up for this part, of course, and let's see if I can get over being a complete baby now that I know they're not going to hurt me. Oh, it still feels weird. What's the matter with me? There's a fly in there already. Gotcha. I'm sort of conscious there's a lot of like fly potential. Yeah, look, there's a caterpillar on that one, look. So that's already a bit off-putting, gotta be honest. Oh, I can't get my fingers in the... Right, okay. There could be some time. Oh, it looks like another green fly going in. So what you do after you've done this and you've filled your bowl with stingy leaves, fill the bowl with water and you leave them in there for a bit. A few minutes, I think it was. I will get quicker at this in a minute, I promise. And yeah, then you give them a jolly good rinse. And then you just cook them basically. And one of the videos I watched, he boiled them in some salty water. One of them might have just fried them. I have eaten stinging nettles before, but somebody else prepared them for me, and they just basically put them in a frying pan with a bit of stock cubes crumbled up and a little bit of oil, and that was it, and just fried them and they were fine. It tasted perfectly acceptable. What I could taste really on that occasion was the stock cube, and I suspect this is going to be similar again. Okay, that took ages. There are the stinging nettles, there are the stems. Now, my boyfriend's surprising me with another alfresco walk in the woods. Well, I did know. He messaged me about an hour ago, just not long before I got going with this. So I'm going to quickly put these into soak, go for a walk, and then I'm going to come back and go to the next stage. There they are. Just give them a bit of a prod with the tongs. Submerge them a bit. They're very floaty. I could probably fill that up a bit more actually. I feel like a flipping Wicked Witch or something from cartoons doing this. I feel like I'm making some kind of evil potion. With my cauldron, so a bit more water. Okay, that'll do. So I'm going to leave that, go for a walk, and then in the next clip it will be about an hour and a half later. Just out walking with my boyfriend now, and I'm looking at these stinging nettles in the shade here in the woods, and I'm thinking they would have been so much better for my harvest. So I know that for next time I'm going to work with what I've got for now, but next year I reckon I'll have another go at the proper harvesting time. I'm back now, it's about 7 o'clock in the evening and I definitely need to get dinner on. Izzy is quite dubious about the nettles, and now I've realised that I've picked them too late in the season after they've gone to seed and they're all kind of spindly and tiny little leaves. I'm not convinced myself, but I've gone this far, so I'm going to continue. So there they are. They've been floating around in there in all this time since I've been out walking, which is about 2 hours, I think. There were so many green fly and maybe even black fly on there, and they look very similar to the seeds of the stinging nettle plant as well, so it might have looked like there were more green fly than they really were, but actually it was the seeds. I don't know. So I think part of me is more worried about eating bugs than getting stung at the moment. And I'm worried about how I'm going to wash them really thoroughly to get the bugs off without stinging myself. But I'm going to give it a go now. I'm going to tip them into this strainer. I must admit, I'm not used to being scared of the food I'm cooking. This is a new experience for me. I'm getting gloved up just in case. Look what a ninny I'm being. Right. I'm scared of it. Oh my goodness. Might as well wash it with hot water because it's got to get cooked anyway. There's quite a lot of stinging nettles gone down the sink. Come on, stingies, back you come. Come to mama. Bugs can go down the plug hole, that's alright. I've just given those an extremely thorough wash. I'm going to transfer them into that pan and then I'm going to boil them for a little while before transferring them into my soup pan. So I'm going to get some soup cooking with some potatoes and things in and then add it once it's been boiled. It's only really because of the bugs. I want to throw the water away after I've boiled them and then add them because I'm just a bit worried about those green fly, to be honest. I know I'm a wimp, aren't I? There we go. Into the pan. Hopefully from this point on I can do without the gloves. It's my understanding that's going to really boil down a lot, you know, like spinach does. I'm just boiling that kettle because I'm going to tip boiling water in. Here's the rest of the ingredients to my soup tonight. I've just raided the cupboard. I didn't know what I had and this is how it was cooked. So the potatoes are chitting themselves, as in they're chitting by themselves. I'm going to put some garlic in, some salt, and I'm going to put a bit of salt in the water there because that was a recommendation of one of the videos I watched today. They said it helps the leaves to keep their colour. I'm going to add a bit of that, a stock cube, because when something's horrid and you put a stock cube in it makes it taste okay. Mixed herbs, ginger and some celery. Oh yeah, it's kind of shrinking down a bit already, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to add quite a lot of water. I know you shouldn't really add loads of water, should you, to leafy greens because the vitamins come out in the water and they get wasted, but I'm just a bit worried about the green fly. So yeah, I'll get better at this. This is a first attempt. I reckon I'm going to be converted to eating nettles. Put that salt in and pop on a lid. I'm going to use the rest of that boiled water to make a quick instant coffee, just sip whilst cooking. Just spilt it on the top. It's because I was doing it left-handed and filming with my right hand. Vlogger problems. Oh, God. I'm definitely right-handed, you know. I've taken those off the heat now. I've boiled them for quite a while. I'm at the point I just feel like I can't bear to discard this stock, so I'm going to just tip a bit in here in this lid of a clear thing underneath and just see how much insect life there is in it. I can't see anything untoward in there, you know. Just take another ladleful in case that was a fluke. I really did wash it very thoroughly. Okay, I'm just going to use the stock because obviously that's going to be full of all the vitamins that have come out in the boil, so, well, not all of them, because plenty of them will have gone up into the atmosphere and got lost by the process of evaporation, but we want as much as we can, don't we? So, right, I'm going to chuck that in there. This is a bit potatoey, but oh well, at least it'll be filling. I'm going to whiz it up as well because, you know, our first time having stinging nettles, I don't want to see what they look like because I don't think I'll be able to put them in my mouth. And it goes, lovely green colour. Hasn't boiled down that much, there's still quite a lot of substance to it. Right, I'm just going to touch that, it's going to be fine. Imogen's not being a baby. Oh my goodness. Right, in it goes. It's looking like that at the moment. It's got some olive oil in it as well, so that's what those globules of oil are. Should I just taste a leaf now? Come on. Come on, Imo. Taste a stinging nettle leaf, even though it looks like a stinging nettle. You can do it. Maybe I don't need to whiz it up. Maybe I'm going to get brave. Izzy, on the other hand, I'm not so sure. But she surprised me earlier picking them, I have to say. Oh, I can't get it. Oh, got it. Right, okay. I'm just going to pick it up and eat it. Just giving it a moment to cool down because I need to shove it in one. I'm going to go over here where the lighting's good. Very mild, bland. I cooked them a lot, so it's kind of dissolved in my mouth in all different directions on the tongue, like disintegrated. It's not sinewy, it's not tough, as I suspected it might be because they were older plants. Perfectly fine. Nothing distinctive about it really. Even when I was washing them with hot water under the tap, quite a herby smell came up actually that I wasn't accustomed to. It's not unpleasant, quite nice. Yeah, I think one of the things I'm going to like the most about stinging nettles, if I should get into the habit of cooking them, is it's greens for free and super fresh, much fresher than you get in the supermarket, because you want your greens fresh, don't you? So from a money saving point of view, that's a real bonus. If you think about how many times you eat greens in a week, if you replace them with stinging nettles, it might be worth calculating how much money you would save over a year if you switched to stinging nettles from spinach, for instance. I've finally taken it off the heat. I reckon it must be done by now. I'm going to partially whiz it up with my hand blender. I've put too much water in this. All these mistakes are just firing me up to have another go and do it better next time. We're having crumpets with it because we haven't got any bread. Right, I have a starving victim, guinea pig, daughter. She's going to try the soup. Looks like this. Oh yes, for the new top.
White top. It's not big enough, but...
Well then, darling daughter, let's see.
I don't trust you, Mummy. You mess up a lot of things.
I do. That's a very dainty lick.
I don't want to get stung.
You will not get stung, I promise. I've tried a bit. I ate a bit of the stinging nettle before I whizzed it up.
Why?
To see what it was like. It was fine.
It's okay. I don't really like soup, so I'm not exactly like I'm going to be as delicious.
Right. Okay, I'm going to quickly try some and then I'm going to leave you to it. And we'll have our dinner. Absolutely fine. It's nice. It tastes like the stuff I put in it. Oh, I put Marmite in as well. I always put Marmite in my soups. Oh, it's really nice. Especially the ginger, because I whizzed it up. That is really, really, really good. Free source of greens. So if you've run out of greens and you don't want to go in the shops in the pandemic, go and get some stinging nettles. You see, it's out in the open. It's really good. Right, I have to get my crumpets and my cheese and go eat. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like because it really helps the channel to grow. Comment down any thoughts below, and if this is your first time here and you'd like to follow more of our adventures, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!